Okay, so I wanted to just come and share a few things, and I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. I did write down a few things, but I don't know if I'll actually go through everything. But so, first of all, I just wanted to pose a question, and the question is, are we as women really ready to be found by a true man of God? So we have all these cliche sayings, there's no good man, I can do bad all by myself, all men are the same. And it's just, I'm so tired of it, because I know I was at that point, and I was one of those really negative and bitter women. And I came to a point and I'm just like, listen, no, maybe it's not them, it could be me. So sometimes we have to sit and really reevaluate ourselves. We need to sit before God and be like, listen, show me my heart. Really be honest about what's in your heart. Because sometimes we look to these men to fill these voids, and that loneliness creeps up. So we just want to be held, and we want to cuddle, and we think that we need a man to fulfill whatever void this is. But no, men are not supposed to be our, let's say, counselors. Men are supposed to, they have a responsibility as men, but we also have responsibilities as women. We are equally as important in the relationship, in the union. And I think once we realize that, we wouldn't want to be so needy. I don't ever want to be so needy where it's like, I need a man. No, I don't need a man. I think having a man would be nice, but I don't ever want to get to a point that I feel like I need a man. I know that some of us, we didn't grow up with fathers. But for me personally, I look to God as my father. I look to God as the ultimate man in my life that I would want to seek out for counsel when it comes to men. So I encourage any woman or young lady that didn't have a father or does not have a father figure or any man in their life, go to Christ. I can assure you that if you wholeheartedly seek him in this area, he will be there. If you ask him to show you whether or not you should be talking to this guy, or what guy you should be giving your attention to, or just simply asking him to work on and through you, he will. So, just as a true woman of God, I think that we have to realize how important and how valuable of an asset we are to a man. And once we really realize that, we won't settle. We will know that we have so much to offer a man that we know that just any man doesn't even deserve what we have to offer. So I just want to encourage you to really get all that bitterness, all that anger out of your heart. Stop saying these cliche sayings, there's no good man, I'm going to be single forever. No, I want to be married. I know that any man that gets me is going to be very blessed. And I know that the man that God has for me, I'm going to be blessed to have him as well. So instead of being so bitter and so angry, get before God, get into a quiet place, get you a journal, whatever you have to do, and let him prune. Let him start really pruning you. Let him start putting fruit of the Spirit in you, gentleness, kindness, being loving, and get those attitudes out of your system. Because a man isn't going to want someone that's going to give him more of a headache than he already has dealing with the things that he has to deal with as a man. So, I think one good thing that is helping me is, instead of being so bitter, I am praying for men. I am praying that God is really working on men, making them step up as leaders. And I'm praying just for me, praying for that he is prepping me and pruning me of anything that should not be in me, so that I am a good helpmeet for the man that he has for me. So, instead of getting on Facebook and these social networks broadcasting how wonderful of a woman you are, get before God, start passing these tests. You don't have to respond to every guy that hits you up. Just, I can't say it enough, just really, really press into God about this area and trust that he will help you. Trust that whatever man he has for you, he is developing that man, and he will start developing you if you really let him. So, pray. Get on your face before God for yourself and for these men, because there are good men. And I don't ever want to get into a place or mentality where I feel like there are no good men, because I know that there are. So I just hope that as women we start getting behind our men and really encouraging them, and just letting God, like I said, prune us and develop us to be the women of God that these men are going to need.